Hello there, Dennis. All right, well done for taking action and writing your work. It's great to be working with students who are action takers, who want to improve, and who are willing to invest the time and the energy it takes to improve with the Ielts. So let's have a look. Some people are of the opinion that international marketing, especially with regards to education, can be an obstacle for the existing local education market. Others accept it as a necessity and welcome its ideas, language and culture, while also believing it to be a cheaper alternative. I think we've completely misunderstood the question here. You've orientated it around the local education market, and I don't think that's really the case. Yeah? Alright, so what I'm going to do, Dennis, actually no. So let's just carry on, but already we've kind of made a big mistake with task response. Also, I deleted your sentence here, okay, which was like, I'll discuss this and then I'll discuss that. I deleted it because it wasn't relevant to the topic. It could be included in an essay about climate change. The examiners can spot this and they don't really give you that many points for sentences like that. So just be careful. Make sure every sentence is relevant to the topic. Some countries, especially among the developed ones, may have an excellent education system that is competitive along with a range of choices for students to choose. Good. Due to the competition from various universities and the institutions, the fees for enrollment may also be economical or competitive. Just two variations there, but economic we can't use. Such countries will generally be worried about allowing foreign institutions to set up in their market, no matter how reasonable the new option is for the students. There may even be instances where job placements will be tied to local institutions or discouraging students against enrolling for the international option. No capitalization here. We're completely off topic. I'm very sorry to say, but task response would be 0 for that paragraph. Okay, there's hardly anything at all to do with international marketing. So just check the question and look online about what is international marketing. All right, and it's a shame because we've got some very good vocabulary, some excellent lexical terms, okay, and some good grammar as well. It's such a shame we don't have any points for task response. In the online course, we have a process that eliminates these errors and that helps you construct much clearer, coherent paragraphs that score maximum points for task response, and it's super simple to learn. It takes like 10 minutes. For example, one example that comes to mind is Japan. I have a friend, we can't have examples like this either, Dennis. All right? We need to make these generalized. So we say, for example, in Japan, most institutions give preference to the local system. Okay, and we talk about it in general terms, not about my mate from Japan, you know? Anyway, let's move on. One example that comes to mind is Japan. That's too much like spoken English. We need to get more succinct. And also we can't have just a paragraph on its own like that. It's better to use an example as a supporting point in your paragraph. So this goes back to the paragraph structure, and that's also quite easy to learn. When we talk about it in depth in the online course. So let's see. One example that comes to mind is Japan. I have a friend who has settled and working in Japan for more than a decade. Last year I met him and he talked about, this is like a conversation, so it's too general. All right, we can't have paragraphs like that. Last year I met him and he talked about Japan in general and how they give preference to their local systems in particular. Most children's upbringing in that country is also along these lines, where the parents encourage them to embrace national options. Right, so Dennis, you've got fantastic writing skills, but it's just not academic. And for IELTS, we need to be writing in an academic way. So you're this kind of student that's just insanely quick to improve, all right? Especially if you're on the online course. International marketing with regards to education can be very beneficial in countries where the education system is not up to the international standards. Totally off task response again, I'm sorry. It's such a shame because your grammar is really good. I'm just flying through it, but task response just keeps stopping me. Students from developing countries will be impacted in a positive way with this option along with the national options. Good. They can compare the syllabus and understand that what would help them more in their career. This could also lead to competitive prices for different courses, be it national or international. Good structure there. Very, very good. That's advanced level. Most importantly, the method of teaching from another country can be very different and innovative for students from developing countries, while also helping them learn about different cultures and languages. Okay. Nowadays is one word. Many aspiring students from countries like India and China go abroad to study their choice of courses. If such courses are made available to them in their respective countries, along with prospective job or placement opportunities for the top performers, many may prefer choosing this option, as the cost of living is a lot less than living abroad. Learning an additional international language, like French, or such as, sounds more academic, could put those who are migrating to a country like Canada at an advantage, because French is very much part of Canada the way English is. Good. Therefore, with my above mentioned empty sentence, empty fragment, just no point for that. Therefore, I conclude by saying that both views may be right depending on which country this applies to. Okay, bit of a weak conclusion there. But the main issue here was task response. All right, Dennis? And also your paragraph in structure as well. Both issues can be solved really quickly with the online course. So please have a look at the links that I send you. And if you join us in the next 24 hours, we're going to give you 10 corrections instead of 8. So it's pretty much going to guarantee that you're going to improve. All right. And plus, we have seen writing like yours tons of times. And with this sentence guide essay, online IELTS course, you're going to see a big improvement. So have a look at the links, and hopefully we'll see you on the course soon. Okay? Keep improving and have a fantastic day. All the best.